There once was a hamster named Furball, who only grinded ice for coins, enjoying the sounds of dead zealots left in his wake, with a crooked smile on his face for each eye extracted. However, one day, when the Slayers update dropped, Furball took interest in the massacre of innocent zombies, spiders, and wolves for minor stat boosts. Eventually, Furball found himself enjoying the genocide of spiders and grinded it all the way up to spider level 9. Shortly afterwards, Furball wanted even more power and even more blood from spiders. He then grinded even more. With each spider he stabbed, his power only grew and he started to only do slayers and more slayers, being addicted to the sounds of the death of spiders around him. Furball then vowed to be the #1 exterminator of spiders, and legend says he's still on this legendary quest till this day. Hello guys, FurballTheHammy, your friendly neighborhood spider exterminating hamsters, back again for another Hypixel Skyblock video. I really wish to meet the legendary spider exterminator and truly wished I could be as good as him. However, the legend himself has told me some tips and tricks on how he never gets bored of slayers, and he has his reasons beyond pure bloodlust and thirst for spiders. So without further ado, let's begin with the video on how to never get bored of slayers. Number 1. RNG will come. If you don't do slayers because your luck sucks, just tell yourself that with each boss you do, the chances of a lucrative item dropping increases over time. However, you will never reach a guaranteed 100% drop, but the chances will increase over time. Now, before you dislike this video and comment, but the drop chance is the same for every boss, I will use math and show you guys how drop chances increases over time. The formula to find out the chances of you getting the drop after an X amount of runs is shown on screen here. It's 1 minus the chances of not getting the item to the power of X, where X is the amount of runs you did. So in this case, let's use the digested mosquito, which has a drop chance of 0.05%, and since most players who grind slayers, they probably have potions and all, you probably would have 105% magic find, so that means the drop chance will be 0.1025%. Hence, the formula will look like this if you did 400 runs. Now, as you can see on screen, it actually results in a 33.6% chance for you to get a digested after 400 runs. Now, let's say you did 600 runs. This formula makes it become 45.9%. So yeah, do stay motivated. RNG drops will eventually come with each boss you do. Just remember that for each boss you do, you are always one step closer to the next RNG's drop. So because of that, be sure to don't give up and to keep grinding slayers even if you think you are unlucky. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel eventually. On a side note, be sure to smash the subscribe button because at 15,000 subscribers, I will be doing a massive giveaway. So be sure to join my Discord server, link in the description, and also at 20,000 subscribers, I will be doing 2,000 tier 4 tarantulas. So be sure to subscribe. And with that, let's move on to number 2, motivation. Consider this, it takes hundreds of hours to get to 4 million worth of Slayer XP like me today. Of course, I have my motivations and my own interests. You need to find your motivations as to why you want to do slayers, whether it be hitting level 7 to buy a scythe to flex, or hitting level 8 spiders to get alchemy 50 for cheaper, or even hitting level 9 Savan to see how many fluxes you get, or even grinding until you get an RNG's drop. You need to have a goal, a purpose, and a reason to grind. My reasons for grinding slayers are for the adrenaline I get when I do get an RNG drop. Secondly, the appreciation from my viewers, and last but not least, for flex purposes. So what are your motivations? Be sure to comment down in the comment section below. And now, last but not least, the last point for today is time. When I've been consulted by you guys in my Discord server and whatever social media platform I use on how the hell do I do so many slayers, most of the reasons I have come to realize why many of you guys dislike doing slayers is because of the average time you take to do a slayer boss. Understand that if you intend to grind for RNG drops, it takes a really long time on average, and you should be getting one RNG drop once every 200 or so bosses, and that's assuming you have Max Magic Find. Let's just say that you are not especially skilled at Slayers, and it will take 2.5 minutes to kill a tier 4 Tarantula, as compared to my time where I can average 1 minute tier 4 per kill without boss trading. It will take me around 200 to 300 minutes to get an RNG drop on average, while the Novice will take 500 to 750 minutes to get an RNG drop. The difference in time is 4 to 6 hours versus 8 to 13 hours to get any RNG drop on average. This means that if you are unable to do Slayers at a quick and consistent pace, I highly recommend for you to grind coins from other sources first to get even stronger to buy the gear to deal with Slayers before coming back to do a massive grind for Slayers. Or you could shift your motivations of getting Slayer weapons like the Scorpion Foil and grind for that. This point is tied in tangent with the point of motivation, because you need to know your abilities and how reasonably you can achieve it. Also, if you are getting an RNG drop every 8 to 13 hours as compared to 4 to 6 hours, you certainly would feel less motivated to grind because you are spending more time to get the same amount of RNGs as drops. Bear in mind that when you are doing Slayers, each boss is basically a lottery ticket. Understand that the more lottery tickets you have, you will have a higher chance of getting a rare drop or a good drop. Now, Slayers is kind of like gambling, but it's legal gambling and you don't lose much from Slayers. Yeah, Furball is addicted to gambling. Yeah, but on a side note, I do not recommend for you guys to grind beyond Slayer level 7s unless you are really stacked. Because once you reach Slayer level 7, there is really little reason to continue grinding, with the exception of like Tarantula level 8, because if you want Alchemy 50, it saves you quite a bit of coins. But beyond that, I don't really see a reason to grind beyond level 7 or even level 9 to be honest. So yeah, with that, I hope I gave you guys some information and some inspiration on how to do Slayers upon Slayers upon Slayers for hours on end. If you did find my video useful or interesting, be sure to subscribe and like the video. And with that, let me end off with my famous quote: a Slayer boss a day keeps a /GKit command away, so be sure to do your daily Slayer bosses. And with that, this is FurballTheHammy, your Slayer maniac, signing out.